G'day guys and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to have a look at an article that dates back to 2009. I have talked about this in the past, but for those of you who are new to the channel, we're going to revisit this story. It also goes along with the other stories I've been talking about on this channel for a while about large great white sharks preying on smaller great whites, and that could range from shark alpha from Western Australia that went missing to the shark a few years ago that was found here in South Australia off of Flinders Island in the Great Australian Bight. That shark was found by a abalone diver who was diving and came across this great white that was literally bitten in half, missing the rear section. So, there's big sharks out there, which in the previous video I've talked about. I think there's even bigger sharks out there. The numbers of these sharks are probably limited, and we don't really come across these sharks. So they're out there, and they're also preying on their own species as well. So this is an interesting story that we're going to talk about. I will link the story in the description bar down below, so if you want to go check it out. Here's a picture of the shark. It's a 3-meter great white. And monster shark bites great white in half. A monster great white shark measuring up to 6 meters long is prowling the popular beach after biting another great white almost in half. Swimmers were warned to stay out of the water off Stradbroke Island after the shark mauled another smaller great white, which had been hooked on a baited drumline. The 3-meter great white was almost bitten in half. The fictional shark at the centre of Steven Spielberg's blockbuster Jaws was estimated to be more than 1.5 metres longer. So they're saying whatever took a bite out of the shark was bigger than Jaws. So we all know Jaws is about 25 feet. So they're saying the shark was even bigger. So quite interesting. It certainly opened up my eyes. I mean, the shark that was caught is a substantial shark in itself, says Jeff of Queensland Fisheries. The great white, the most dangerous creature in the sea, was still alive when hauled onto the boat near Deadman's Beach off North Stradbroke Island. News of the shocking attack on the smaller shark has sent jitters along the Queensland coast from Stradbroke Island near Brisbane to Sunshine Coast further north, down to the tourist mecca of Surfers Paradise south of Brisbane. If I can also recall, there was also stories of a few surfers and a few boaties who were talking about that there's a pretty big great white out there, and that's one of the hook lines out there, which is a fairly massive hook, was literally bent straight. So whatever that shark got hooked onto that must have been big, because it literally straightened out that hook. So if I can find that story, I'll go over that one again to share with you, because there's actually a picture of the actual hook. Like, it's a fairly large hook and literally straightened whatever it did that. Whatever attacked and took chunks out of this big shark must have been massive, said 19-year-old surfer Aston Smith. I've heard about the big ones that's lurking out there somewhere. We are all being very cautious. So the story goes on here a bit more. The Queensland State Government has been under pressure in recent weeks to scale down the shark net drumline program. But say the whales, so a lot along the Gold Coast in Queensland, they got nets and stuff like that. But unfortunately, with the nets, they hook up or trap other marine animals, from dolphins to whales and other animals like that. So, but yeah, and good old Vic Hislop, if anyone knows who Vic is. And Vic Hislop, international recognised authority on sharks, also believes the nets should be removed and other methods explored to scare away the predators. So, but I'm not really going to go on too much about this. But yeah, this is just another example of that or proof that there are big great white sharks out there that are swimming around out there, and maybe even bigger ones. I've under the belief that there is probably 7-meter great whites out there. not huge in numbers. Their population are probably small, but I think they're out there. And I reckon in over the next few years and even longer, you're going to start seeing a lot more bigger great whites due to the fact that great whites are a protected species here in Australia, and for that reason, some of these sharks are getting to live a lot longer now, and they're obviously going to grow bigger and bigger. So, but there you go, guys. That's another story for you. I know some of you have probably already heard this, but those of you who are new to the channel who may not have heard this about this, there you go. All right, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.